This week's episode is brought to you by Entrepreneur Swag Shop. As business owners, it's important that we create the right environment and surround ourselves with the right people and the right things to keep you focused and motivated.
Entrepreneur Swag Shop offers clothing and accessories designed to empower entrepreneurs to share their message, their beliefs, and their journey with the world. Through inspiration and identity, the powerful messages printed on the items will help align you with who you want to be and what you want to achieve.
Whether you are new or experienced, male or female, young or old, you'll absolutely find a message that resonates with you. Visit EntrepreneurSwagShop.com and use code AroundTheReel during checkout to get 10% off your order today.
Get that swag, baby.
Welcome to Around the Reel with your hosts, Aaron Carlson, Charles Lawson, and Samantha Hanna. Gucci gang.
I've always just said that I'm tall.
That you're tall? That you're just a big, tall guy?
I'm just tall.
All right. Well, are we ready to go?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
The microphones are on. The guest is in the house. I locked the door so he can't escape.
Yeah, everything's looking good.
Locked him in. That was supposed to be his escape if he needed it.
Oh, he can get out of the room. He just can't get out of the house.
It's not bad.
Well, this episode will be coming out, I'm guessing, close to Halloween.
Oh, yeah, it could be.
Here comes Halloween. Here comes Halloween.
Speaking of Halloween Kills just came out, Chuck.
You know what else? Speaking of Halloween, CCC Entertainment Group is releasing a short film on Halloween.
Yeah. It's called The Source, right?
That's right.
Yeah. I actually got to watch that yesterday. Did you get to watch it?
I did watch it. I finally got a chance to watch it this morning. It was still buffering when I got home last night. I was like, I'll just try again later. I'm done.
I have a question about the movie.
What's your question, Sam?
Am I a scarier witch in the movie or am I a scarier witch now?
Yeah,
This morning I'm concerned. I can't make that argument yet today.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks, Sam, you've been as scary as shit.
I've been a scary witch.
Yeah, like the ring girl, she's running from you. Yeah,
I'm
running
preparing
the
for
hills.
Halloween.
Yeah,
Trying to be really scary.
You're not fucking around.
Forget the ring chick. You know the one on the
that one?
Yeah.
She was just like,
I got you. We have a guest
Yes, we do.
in studio.
Really?
Yeah.
in
Oh,
studio, in house,
Oh,
Yes.
hanging out with us.
who is that person?
We have the Mr. Ira with us today. We've been waiting to have you on forever now.
We sure have.
We had to wait until you had enough money to pay me the right price.
Yeah, you're damn expensive.
My agent was renegotiating it every moment.
They're fucking
Honestly,
bitches.
though.
My fingers hurt from all the emails going back and forth. I mean, just look at this. Look at. Oh, you can't tell.
Oh, I have to look over there to see you.
just like everybody
you're
else,
actually
you can
on
just look at the
screen.
screen. Yeah.
That's what I do, though.
That's-
I look at them
Ira
And
Katz.
we look like this, and she still looks.
I know.
every time.
It's Katz, right? Is that how you
Ira.
say your last name, Ira?
Yeah, Katz.
Yeah,
Katz.
with a Z though, to make it badass. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's dope. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, badass. That's the name that my father had. So I ended up with the same name somehow.
It works that way, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Does
Does it really work that?
First and last, or just
Oh, I
the
guess
last
it doesn't
name?
always. No, I don't
No,
have my
no.
dad's last name.
Ira's his name was David.
All right.
My
And,
father's name was David as well.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
and back where he was from, it was called David. So
David?
Really?
David.
What is your
For David.
lineage?
I am I'm.
Or what's your dad's lineage?
Yeah, I'm Jewish, and my father was from Russia, and I think it later became Poland. My mother was from Poland, and I'm first generation American, and they were survivors. So
Oh,
my
really?
father was in Auschwitz,
Okay.
and my mother was hid out by a Polish family. So
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow, that's crazy.
Ira Katz.
and then they came to America, and it's kind of funny because my mother did not like my father. She met him on the boat.
Sounds like Sam with
Yeah.
me. It's
Yeah.
fine.
She met him on the boat, and he was like, it's here's the deal. When he left Auschwitz, somehow he was recruited back into the Russian army when he tried to go home, and he eventually he went AWOL, trying to find out where to go. And all he had on was this Russian army outfit with the high boots, the Russian riding boots and stuff.
Like Ivan Drago style. Yeah. So much.
And I don't want to make it too long, but he found out how to get. His name was on a list to get back to America from relatives. So he took the boat there. Before he went on the boat, he was given a gift of a piece of luggage. Okay. He had no clothing, but all he had was that Russian army outfit. So he got on the boat and he had an empty, luggage here, and that's all he had. And he wear the same outfit every day on the boat, basically.
Wow.
But
Crazy
my mother did not like him. She looked at him and he's like one of those, from a different section of whatever. And,
That's totally you.
And eventually ended up in, New York City.
Okay.
Actually, the Bronx, and they met at some sort of dance, and she still didn't like him. And somehow, over time,
Marty
she
McFly
basically-
showed up and got him to fall in love.
she
right?
gave in, and somehow they ended up married, and here I am.
All
There you go. Just wore her down. So let me just say, guys, Ira Katz, damn. Welcome to Around the Reel.
Welcome to
Welcome
Around the
to
Reel.
Around the Reel.
Well, thank you very much.
It's been a long time coming.
It's nice to be here. I understand you guys are doing a movie, by the way.
Yeah, we're doing a couple. Yeah, we are. And you're in it.
Yeah.
I am.
And you kicked ass in your scenes.
Yeah, his scenes, because,
Scenes.
here, okay, let's do this a quick breakdown.
Tell it.
Okay. So we sent out the auditions. Ira sends back a request. Hey, I wanted to know if I could go ahead and read for the street person. I know you wrote it as a kid, but I just wanted to know if I can come in and read for it. And we're like, yeah, sure, why not? We'll do whatever. Open auditions.
Sure.
We're up for things. We're always looking for people's creativity.
Mm-hmm.
So needless to say, our street kid turned into a kind-faced, warm, soft-spoken street guy.
He did.
Let us just say when he walked in, we just fell in love with him. We all did. We were all like, yep, that's it.
Oh, wait,
No one
wait.
else.
Let him talk first. Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let.
Wasn't
just
that the
let
truth, though? I mean, really, Ira, when you did get to the audition for the part in Say Goodbye, as soon as you started your dialogue, I immediately knew.
Yeah.
I immediately knew.
We all did.
And then it got me thinking and paying attention more to you as an actor, because you've got this. I've been trying to find a way to describe Ira's talent, and I can't believe that there's like this part of you that thinks that I tease you about being humble and whatnot, but you definitely have this badassery to you that you do not really put out there to the forefront as much as I think you would benefit from. Because I've heard you say a few things about, I see all these other actors are getting all this work. How are they getting this work? And I'm looking at you like, dude, I don't know, because they suck compared to you. And they're bad. You can act your ass off. I mean that genuinely. There's some about, you said you grew up in the Bronx? Is that where you, okay. See,
Well, and then left in third grade, yes.
Okay. You've got this, and see, I'm a fan of East Coast. And you've got that, and maybe that's why I side with Ira. Anytime someone says something, I'm like, no, Ira's a shit, so fuck off. You're my man. Yeah, he's a shit. He doesn't fuck around. What is it about that thing you got in you that makes you kind of maybe be a little more humble than most people out there? Like, I know I'm not. I'm like, hey, fucking watch my shit. I don't give a shit. I'm a badass. Fuck. You're not that way. You're really under the radar.
Yeah. Recently, or not too long ago, there was a quote. Eric Clapton said something about, they asked him about something, and they said, basically, I realized that I am an introverted egotist.
Okay.
And that made sense to me, because I'm introverted, but I got an ego in there somewhere that,
Yes.
it says I can do this. But at the same time, it's like even Dustin Hoffman used to say that they used to walk into auditions backwards, like sort of walk in backwards because they were afraid. And I have that stuff. But at the same time, you can do it.
Right.
And I don't know other than that. I know my upbringing. I can get into the reasons for all that stuff. The way how things that your mother may have said. I know all about that.
Sure.
But yeah, I have that, and Also, there's a little bit of the, I think I'm old school in a certain way too, where some people don't try not to talk about what you do so much.
Right.
Even though you want people, you love people to tell you, wow, you did that great. And you love people to say, to respect what you're doing.
Right.
And I know one more thing I know, my father was always into craft. When he was in Russia, by the way, he was a blacksmith. His father was a blacksmith. And when he came to America, he worked with fireproof doors. And he was really good with his hands. He could make things out of metal and wood and stuff. And for him, it was important to know what you're doing, to have craft. And to me, I think I grew up with that. And that was what was important, to be able to do things well. The craft.
Yeah. Okay, so he doesn't have a loud mouth. No. He doesn't have that. Do I have that? Yeah.
Yes, Aaron, your mouth is so loud. It's just ridiculous.
Your mouth is so loud, your thoughts are deafening.
Wow. Yeah, Ira, I get what you're saying too. I love that about you, and that's that humble quality you have. But maybe it isn't. Maybe humble's the wrong word. It is just a way.
Yeah,
it's a way.
I admire the fact that people can just be open and just out there, and I'm not open and out there, and that's one of the reasons I act. Is like it gives me freedom to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah,
come on, outlet.
Yeah. I mean, I can. There's another thing where I always remember Alanis Morissette was being asked, "Aren't you afraid of being on stage?" Mm-hmm. And she says, "No, it's the only place I can actually be myself."
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay. So, all right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, because when you walk in, when you first walked in, I remember the audition. I remember it very well. You walked in, you seemed very just quiet and laid back and even shy. And I thought, oh gosh, I wonder how this is going to work.
Aaron is going to eat this guy.
No,
but you know what was...
You walk in there, the camera goes on you, and you just
fucking light it up.
Light it up.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, good.
It's just, it's incredible. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. And you said something back then that stuck with me this whole time too. You just said, "Hey, I just want to work."
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Yeah,
and I never forgot that.
Oh,
yeah, he just wants to work. That's all I wanted to do.
And that was so long ago because we did these auditions back in what?
In the
before COVID.
Yeah.
Before COVID, yeah.
It was pre-COVID, bro.
March or April 2020.
Could have been somewhere in there.
It was a while. Yeah.
It was a while ago. Oof. Wow.
It's like a whole lifetime at this point. Yeah.
I know. It feels like it.
And for the record, when we started the podcast, you were one of the first people we wanted to get on the show.
Yes,
so it took a year and almost a half now
well,
to get you to join us.
I don't really think of myself as being this great guest. I mean, there are people that are great. They tell stories, that do this, and they're amazing. You know? And I don't know that I do that.
And that's what I'm saying about you. That's exactly
it.
That's some bullshit, dude.
Because we're like 10 minutes in, and this is like the best podcast ever.
You know what I mean? You started us off talking about your immigrant parents coming here from Russia, and then Poland. And that already has more depth than anything I could say about my life. Seriously, it really does. What am I going to say? Hey, I grew up across the street from Kmart, Portland Avenue, Tacoma. Yeah, every once in a month usually in the beginning of the month, we'd get to go to McDonald's. My mom got her food stamps then. I mean, that's my life. Wow. Isn't that cool? Your dad was a fucking blacksmith, bro. Yeah. As soon as you said that, I said, bing, bing, doing shit, sparks flying.
There's
cool shit.
They're interesting because he talks about being in Auschwitz, right?
Right.
And he was left-handed in the first place, which is interesting to be a left-handed blacksmith. But he was in a blacksmith shop somewhere in Auschwitz, and then he saw somebody shoeing a horse, and he started kind of laughing about it, looking at it, because my father, basically it's all skill, and he's looking at somebody not doing what they need to do. Okay. And one of the guys there that ran the shop looks at me, "What are you laughing at?" He says, quiet. He says, "Can you do that?" He says, "Oh, yeah." And he says, "Okay, you go do it." And he did it, and he's hitting with the left hand. They started laughing with it, hitting, the hammer, but they're watching what he's doing. He says, "You're a blacksmith, aren't you?"
You see what I mean, dude? Just cool stuff. It's just cool stuff. I wouldn't even think about it, and wouldn't even have known that there's a difference between a blacksmith being left-handed and right-handed. I have no idea. No clue. See?
Well, also the fact that he was a Jew, a Jewish blacksmith. Was obviously there were. I do know
Sure.
there were.
Yeah.
You didn't see a lot of it.
Wow.
Wow.
It was from a town called Pruzhina.
Pruzhina?
Yeah. And my mother was from a town called Opala. So.
There, see, the words I've never said in my life.
And you may never ever say them again, but you will remember.
I will remember.
For sure.
I will remember the sit down with Ira.
But yeah, he used the house. It's great. There was so amazing stories with my father.
I believe you, man.
And, going through Auschwitz and what he said. So many stories.
Well, you grew up on the East Coast or until you were what? Like you said, third grade. Third grade.
No, I was always on the East Coast for a long time.
Okay.
But third grade, we lived in the Bronx on Bainbridge Avenue. It's called right across the street from Woodlawn Cemetery, which is the biggest cemetery that you've ever seen. I mean, there are famous people in that cemetery.
Okay.
And it right across the street, it kind of goes down in this gate, so you can't get there from there. But anyway, as I go off on a path here. So in third grade, my father, in order to better our lives, moved up to Spring Valley, New York. It's Rockland County. It's about 45 minutes north of Manhattan.
Okay.
And I lived there for many, many years. There's a lot of things that happened in my life. But at some point, I hitched around the country with a couple of guys. And
How'd you end up over here from the West Coast or the East Coast to the West Coast?
let's see. The first time is I was going to an electronics school called DeVry Institute of Technology out in Jersey, learning to be a technician so I could have a job.
Okay.
And at some point, I just wanted to get away, so I transferred to their Phoenix, Arizona building. And I stayed there, and I met some girl. I was about 22, she was 19. And then we moved out to L.A. for a little bit because I thought I'd get involved in maybe sound studio recording and stuff like that. I hung out for a while. We lived together, and then I'd had kind of it just wasn't, I felt weird, at that point. I felt like I was married, unfortunately. I was 22.
I got it. Yeah.
And so I kind of said, we were packed up and everything. She went up to, believe it or not, back to Burien. I went back to New York, and we talked to each other on the phone for long periods of time at night when my mother would sit there and say, Ira, get off the phone. Because remember, back then, we weren't cell phones, had these things, and you being charged for long distance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And she was annoyed at me, very annoyed at me. I was, 22. I was living back in the house. And anyway, at some point, we kind of drifted apart for various reasons. And I got a job. I was working for Burroughs Corporation. It was like IBM at the time. I was repairing and servicing large-scale computers. These are the big things, the big tapes going around.
The big like Superman 3 computers. Yeah.
Big cables underneath the floor and all
yeah.
that stuff. 80 what do you call it? 80 hole cards that you program things with. And I just, my stomach was starting to bother me. I I was tired of this. So I don't know how I thought of it. I think I saw John Travolta talking about how he lived in Jersey and he'd come over to New York and start acting. And I said, I want to do that. And to me, it was the scariest thing I could think of because I was scared of doing things like that.
Sure.
And but I did it. I got into HB Studios and I started doing that. Eventually, a friend of mine, Pat, moved to California, and he said, you got to come out here. So I came out there. And then there was a girl that I had been involved with for a while, and she came out, we got married, et cetera, et cetera. We lasted for a while, and then got divorced. So I was in LA for many, many, many years, like 20, I don't know how many years. And one day, Facebook came around, and this girl that I had lived with in Phoenix, who was from Burien, said, is this Ira from Phoenix and LA? And we hooked up again.
Okay.
And this is after, it was quite a while. We're talking 30 years, something like that. And then eventually we just, I know she wasn't coming down to LA, so either I come up here or she comes to LA, and here I am.
And now you're here. Wow.
Does that make any sense?
It makes all the sense in the world.
Sense.
Yes.
Thanks, Facebook.
Yes.
Are you still together to this day?
Yeah, we have a house together too.
That's awesome.
We live in Lacey.
Okay.
Okay.
For all these stalkers that are coming after me, watch this.
Yeah, you better watch yourself now, especially after this show. Once they hear you on here,
Yeah,
Telling
they
you.
won't be messing with
now they're gonna know
Yeah.
what I've been trying to tell everybody, that Ira is a fucking smooth motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's
No
smooth,
shit. Like,
smooth
no
as shit, right?
Right.
I don't know if that's true.
It's true.
Okay.
It's true. You know what? He even said when we were talking about filming, and he had sent a message because he's like, we gave him a heads up because he's got to grow out his stubble a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, it's fine. And he's like, yeah, but the girlfriend doesn't think it is. And I was like, dude, that shit's sexy. You know.
There's another word I've never had used on me.
So
Sexy.
today I said he had a humble ass and now sexy.
Right.
Right.
All right, so you're down in L.A.
Uh-huh.
and you start jumping into acting. I'm assuming when you were down there.
Right. I was doing it in New York for a while.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, the New York theater was a big deal, and then I started doing NYU projects and stuff like that.
okay. Yeah.
Matter of fact, let's see. I did a lot of student projects, and one of the projects that I had done, my friend Pat, I'll mention his name, Pat Cupo. He ended up doing the lead in Ang Lee's graduate film.
Okay.
It was a 45-minute film called Fine Line.
Ang Lee is a fucking
Yeah.
big time guy.
And Pat is still friends with Ang Lee.
Wow.
And
That's Gemini Man.
and and
Seriously.
is he? Okay.
Yeah. He did that. That was his last movie he did, I think.
Gemini. Okay.
Yeah, with Gemini Man with Will Smith
Okay.
and the Hulk movie.
The whole. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. And what's the one with the tiger on the water? in
Oh
the
yeah.
boat?
Oh, that
Io?
was My Life of Life of Pi.
Life of Pi.
Life
Thank
of
you,
Pi.
Sam. Yeah, that's
No,
it.
there was Hidden Tiger. Whatever Hidden. What's the other one? Hidden Dragon.
Oh, did he do Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah,
Did he do that really?
I believe so.
Oh shit!
If
I don't know. I don't know. I love that movie.
We're gonna be
That's
stalking
what Chow Yun
somebody
Fat.
else.
That's
pretty-
Chow Yun Fat, bro.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty.
He
wait,
might have.
It's the one with God, Michelle Yeoh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Michelle Young and
when
Chow
they're-
Young Fat.
They're
Yep.
flying all over the place in the karate stuff.
Yep.
That-
Kind of
yeah.
like I do at my house
Yeah,
when I got to
he-
do dishes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did that.
Oh,
But Pat brought me in, and we at the time we used to look like brothers, so
Okay.
they weren't going to really put me into anything. But he gave me a part, believe it or not, as a kind of a drug dealer, bum in the park in Washington Park.
Okay.
And a lot of it was kind of little part, and it was improvised. And I wore that same hat, by the way.
Badass.
that's it.
We're using in this
Yeah,
movie.
that I
Okay.
used- And and somebody else, Chaz Palminteri, was in the movie at the time too, because
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. God damn it! I had a question.
you have a question.
I had one.
Please raise your
It just
hand.
slipped. I got so many that I'm all over the place right now.
Okay.
Just listening to your stories are intriguing as shit. You're taking me in different places than I had planned.
Okay, I'm
Which is cool.
Sorry, but
No, it's fine.
You mean you're going in a different direction on an unscripted show and you don't know what to do with yourself?
Well, no, I mean, I had an idea and a concept here as he was talking about the next form of questions I had for him, and then he says something else really cool, and I'm like, well, fuck. Now I can go down that road, and now I just got too many roads. It's like fucking Matrix or Tron or shit just going on there. I can't.
you should have heard him in the car on the way here.
What'd I say in the car now?
There was a whole nother road there.
Oh, because we were talking about other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like life stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, things to do in the next couple.
Well, I
weeks.
wouldn't say we were talking. I would say you were talking.
I was talking quite a bit.
Aaron's
but I
never
had
been
a lot
afraid
on
to
my
talk.
mind. No, I had a lot on my mind.
what's going on here? Okay, I'm just
just
watching.
like,
I don't
I'm
know
here.
what's going on.
That's our show. We will bounce around all over the place too, so
No.
never feel bad for going down a
Okay.
segue.
Okay.
Um,
Segue, yeah.
yeah, that's what we call them here, segues.
Yeah.
Right, segue, rabbit hole, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It happens a
That's
lot.
that. Go ask Alice.
I'll just be like, all of a sudden, who wants to play a game?
Mm-hmm.
Out of nowhere. Do you want to play a game,
You want to
Ira?
play a game?
Shall we play a game?
In my witchy voice, in my best witchy voice.
It's almost. I'm almost sounding like I had a teacher named Bill Hickey, William Hickey. He passed away a number of years. He was in Prizzy's Honor. He was like the Godfather in that.
Okay.
And he was a character, and Bill was just a quirky character, and he had to smoke a cigarette. And would you like a cookie?
That reminds me
And
of
that's
your
who he was.
comedian guy.
Yes, that's cool. That's fun. A comedian guy?
Yeah, your comedian guy who talks like that. What are you doing?
Oh, my Montescello, Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Yeah, a little bit. Yes, he
Okay.
does.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna take you off that. Did you see this? There's a clip. I'm totally going.
No,
somewhere
you're
else.
fine. Oh, I remember what I want to ask you
Clip
again.
with
Yes.
there's a
Quick, write it down.
comedian who does impressions, and he did this whole clip of Robin Williams. Have you seen this?
Oh, fuck yes, I did. I did. It's amazing.
wow.
Unbelievable. That was the thing I was watching in the car the other day. Sam.
Costa.
Yeah.
Last name is Costa.
Oh, he's
Costa?
brilliant.
Wow.
And
That
he's-
kid is fucking
That thing came out
brilliant.
like 4 because he actually does Robin Williams and Harrison Ford almost perfect,
Gotcha.
almost perfect, and that came out a few years ago.
Yeah.
and then it's resurfaced. Yeah.
Did it?
I had no idea.
Wow.
That is
Yeah.
an amazing clip. Sam,
I didn't watch it, but Aaron was like, "This guy does Robin Williams better than
It's-
Robin Williams."
It's fucking crazy how good he was and how emotional that scene was. It's
Yeah.
brutal.
It's pretty. It's good.
It's really good.
So
There was the demo reel you put together.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where I was going earlier. There's a lot of work you've done that I have not been able to see yet that I want to watch.
Uh-huh.
Now I watched Capital Murder. I haven't finished it yet. I got like 2 episodes left, and
Okay.
that is a fun show, and I love your guy in that.
Okay.
It's great.
Vinny.
Yeah, and that's well made. I had fun. I had a great time watching
Yeah.
that show.
It took a while, like many other things.
Sure.
And it was kind of fun because and it's sort of experimental in many ways because he brought more people in. David Goodman was the director, and he brought more people into the thing, and he would allow people to add things of story where they wanted to go on it.
Oh, that's fun.
And it was interesting. It got a little diffused, but it was interesting also.
It's a solid series, man. You guys did a good job. Yeah, it's well made. Really well made.
and the character Vinny was fun.
Yeah, I love your guy.
And working with Jason Whitehead it was fun because we're doing things against each other.
Yeah, I could see the bounce off.
And that was fun. So
Very cool. Very cool. There's a part in your demo reel that I want to see this fucking movie he did. Because you play this mob gangster fucking looking guy.
oh, okay.
And I don't know what that is,
No.
but I have to find that movie.
It is actually a short.
Is it a short?
Yeah.
I gotta watch that, dude. I gotta see that. You look gangster as fuck in that movie, and it made me start thinking. I'm like, okay, so we got Ira in the faith-based film. Okay, wasting his talent right now. I'll tell you that. Sorry, Joe. Sorry, Joe. He's got East Coast gangster mob dude all over him, kicking ass, not fucking around. So if I'm writing something soon, Ira, like I told you, I'm getting you involved in
cool.
so many different characters. If you've got the time and you want to work with us more.
Well, I definitely, I want to work. I mean,
He does want to work. He does want to work.
I get. It's interesting. I used to go crazy when I wasn't working.
Yeah.
And I still do, but lately I've been kind of, on good or bad, I've been playing my guitar a little bit. Not that I'm great, but it keeps my mind off of things.
You get it. You need that creative
Yeah.
outlet to
Yeah.
feel okay inside.
So-
We've talked about that on this show before.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel that way. At least I know I do too. I get really antsy if I'm not doing something creative.
I believe it was
Bitchy.
asshole-ish.
Yeah, bitchy, moaning, moment period. I think some of them.
Okay, we have a clarification here.
Yeah. It's
It's asshole-ish.
Asshole.
Yes.
When asshole is
man.
on his period,
Look that up somewhere.
That's right.
and he has his period twice a month. Let
Is
me
it
just,
twice a month?
Yeah, let me just
I'm getting
clarify.
old. I'm getting
like,
old.
Wow.
I can't hold it in anymore. you
That's
know?
beyond feminine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
it's
kind of like when your bladder
beyond.
starts failing too. You pee a lot, when you get older, you start peeing diapers. I just need pads all the time now. It's fine, man. I'm just getting older. It's fine.
There's nothing I like better than getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. By the way. I was bored sleeping, so it gave me a chance to get up and get the blood circulating. So it's always nice to get up in the middle of the night to pee.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
love getting older. It's fun.
It's fun. Yeah, it is.
I wouldn't know about that.
and me, I'll just put a tampon right in your mouth.
Jesus Christ.
I thought she was going to say me. I'm just hungry.
Well, I mean,
I'm just hungry.
I'm not hungry anymore because
I thought that's where she was going.
we were talking about Aaron's mouth. So
Somehow there's-
I'm not hungry.
Oh my God. Actually, that does make sense in a way because I am
Putting the
cleansing.
tampon in your mouth?
Anytime
Yes,
I
it
start
does.
talking, I'm cleansing out my system. So, it does work that way.
It's an outlet.
It's an outlet,
It's not the best outlet, but it's an outlet.
It's very zen.
Yeah, it is very zen.
Very.
Very, very zen, Sam.
What, tampons in your mouth? It's very zen for me. It would be, yeah.
This is really off topic, but for some reason the Z's are getting in my head, like with Ira Katz with a Z.
Oh.
Then last night we went to fucking Ross to get Eva, our daughter, a new backpack.
You mean Izos?
And and she had said to us that this whole time she always thought it was called Izos because of the way the I and the R are hooked. And I looked at the sign and I'm like, holy shit, it is Izos. I'm gonna tell you what, Friday night, going into fucking Ross, that is a party zone.
Oh my God.
Dude.
It was the most embarrassing experience of me and Eva's life.
Well, I was
Let
having
me
a
just
blast
say.
because it was like 9 o'clock at night, and
You
I
were
had
the
to
only
get it
one
out.
having a
I was in
blast.
there dancing down the fucking aisles. I was doing that. But God, I needed
It
to do
was
it because
so
I would have been bored out of my mind with the backpack. So I had to entertain myself. Anyway, but the amount of people at Ross at 9 o'clock at night was insane. They're all folding clothes and fucking people are everywhere shopping. I mean, this place was packed. Music was blasting. I'm like, this is like the new club. Izos.
Yeah.
Yes. It was ridiculous how many people were there.
And he's got an oven mitt on and a Minnie Mouse backpack running, dancing down the aisle.
Yeah, doing
and
this
me and
and shit,
Eva
just
are
like-
covering our faces going, please, nobody, look at us.
So
But everyone was looking at Aaron, so it was all good.
Yeah, I had fun.
so
It was fun.
Ross is the new Walmart.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was getting down.
Hey man, remember Walmart? Those Kmart blue lights hit.
Blue light specials. Yeah, there's a blue light special aisle 4. Blue light special aisle 4, and those women would go nuts. They'd go fucking. I remember being a kid in Kmart and that shit would go down. You had to get the fuck out of the way, or they would run your little ass over. Especially with those carts with one wheel that's still shaking.
Was that the Mr. Mom cart?
The Mr. Mom cart, yeah, it's awesome. All right, so Ira, okay. So being an actor, the way you are, and as good as you are, I wanted you to maybe put some of your experience out there a little bit to others who are just getting started, maybe. Because you've been doing this so well, and regardless of what you fucking say, you're a badass.
Okay.
And I would
says okay.
I know.
Okay.
I would really like to hear how do you approach a character or a script? I mean, what's your process?
Wow. There's a lot of history behind that in the first place.
Okay,
I've been
go for
doing
it,
this
man.
on and off for a long time. I have. When I first started, I think. I took. Well, I ended up at HB Studios in New York, and that a lot of people know about that. It was Herbert Berghoff, Uta Hagen.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, and Uta Hagen, in her book, for example, Respect for Acting, she talks about, it's very technical in terms of finding your objective, finding your actions and your obstacles and this. And I got into that so heavy trying to figure all that out. And I would try that and I did it for a long time. And even somebody used to say that acting is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I went with all that. And what happens is, over the years, you realize, and it takes a while, you have your technique and all this stuff, but somehow and in my case also, I don't really use the technique anymore. All that stuff is gone. It's like it's much more intuitive at this point. And so as I start to read something, you pick things up and you allow it to change you and go with you and stuff like that. You may get little ideas. I mean, I used to come in with things that I would find actions that I would do little things. In fact, Herbert Berghoff, when I went into his class, I would do these little things and stuff, and he says, what is this dipsy doodle? That's what he called it. Because I was always doing. And at some point, it took a while to get rid of having your and beats. Beats was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Beats got thrown out the window at some point. Not that they're a bad thing, but at some point you gotta. Acting's not doing on stage.
I hear you.
Or on film, rather. Acting is being.
Yeah.
You have to be right there. It's even who was it? I'm trying to remember, but they were saying when they worked with some of the greats that they work with, he says the thing that they realized about the really greats is they were very present, and that's what it is. Acting is being available, being present, being right there. This is why I brought a couple of quotes, so I want to bring some of these,
Yes,
if
please.
I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is an actress named Cherry Jones. I remember years ago I read some quotes. They were interviewing her, and she said, let's see if I can get all of it. She said it just takes concentration and simplicity and not worrying about the results. And then she went on to say, as a younger performer, I always had an idea in my head about what I needed to accomplish in a role. I was always chasing the impossible goal in my head and never being fully free. So once I was able to be where I needed to be and be right there, it was a lot more fun.
Wow. Everybody think about that. That's good.
I got a bunch of
That's
quotes
really
here, but I can
good.
read some of the stuff.
That's
if you want.
really good.
Yeah.
I like that.
There's a lot, and it's amazing to me. Here's what's amazing is that every craft, in science, music, anything, martial arts, all of this is actually the same point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there was I used to work as an assistant editor. I knew how to use the Avid way back when that was.
Oh, Avid.
And
Okay.
so somebody gave me a job working for a guy named Norman Seif, who, by the way, was an amazing photographer, and video guy. He's famous, actually, for taking all the rock photography and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And he's got video of people like Joni Mitchell. Anyway, I worked as an assistant editor under someone else, and I watched he did a documentary from Caltech with some of the scientists there. And there was a guy named Dr. Carver Mead, who was just brilliant and amazing. Okay. And here's what I had to write this quote down because as I was assisting editing, I was seeing things that were just great. And he says, "It's amazing to me how many times the scientist has missed an extremely fundamental and important thing just because he or she was trying to tell the experiment what it should do instead of letting it do what it does naturally."
Right.
And that
says a lot.
That's like
says
any
everything.
other
Yeah.
craft. It's like art. It's acting.
Yes.
You have to allow what's happening to come out. You
Yes.
can't. You want
Can't
a result.
force it.
Yeah, you're looking for a result, and you're gonna miss.
Yeah. You're
That's
gonna miss all the little details
have
that
to be
are
there.
important. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You have to be present.
Yeah, you have to be present. I'm still, that first quote's still getting me a little bit about that present stuff.
They're
because-
both great.
Yeah, they really are. And you got to let it naturally happen. You let those things come out. Like you said, instinctually now, you don't even use those techniques anymore that you were taught or try to learn.
I don't
It
really.
just happens.
Yeah, you don't think about it.
Yeah.
Here's another one for you. Okay.
Give me one.
There's a guy named. He was a brilliant pianist, Arthur Schabel, Schabel.
Okay.
Wait, he was a brilliant penis.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
A lot more brilliant than I am as a pianist. So
Not Ron Jeremy
Ron
impressive, but it's quite
Ron
yeah.
Jeremy.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a front
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ron Jeremy's kind of
pianist.
cocksure, but
So is Aaron.
Oh,
No way.
so he said, the pauses between the notes. That's where the art resides.
Ooh.
Think about that.
As soon as you said that, I think of what we're talking about with beats. And there's a natural way of doing things without, I was saying that on one of our last shoots. I'm like, give me 3 or 4 beats and then say this line. And I don't know if the actor at the time got what I was saying, but they were missing the moment in between
Right.
saying the dialogue,
Right.
and I think that's a natural thing. Like you're saying that you will find after just doing this process seriously.
I mean, I had a teacher who became a friend and a mentor. His name was Richard Brander. He passed away a few years ago, and I learned a lot from him. And he basically says it's all about the nonverbal.
Yeah.
He basically, and a lot of us rely on the dialogue, first of all, you do have to fill the dialogue with something in terms of what's going on inside you, but also, especially on like, for those of you who think you got your lines and you say your line and that's it. No, because the camera may come to you and you have to fill that silent moment up with something.
With
because
something.
they need a reaction and that reaction may be yours. You know,
Right.
So.
That's great. It's great. And this is why Ira's a badass actor. Right there. You've studied the craft, and you can see that you have that you've taken that step to the next level.
Well,
I mean, it comes naturally for you. You know, you don't have to try.
But you're always,
You're always learning,
figuring it out.
Sure.
I mean, the reality is, I spent so many years. I used to watch actors. I saw so many famous actors on stage, in New York, Broadway and stuff. And my bookshelf is full of acting books and stuff. But yes, it comes to a point where you have to kind of let go. And the most important thing that you can do, not only be present, but be authentic. And what does that mean? That means it has to come from you. Mm-hmm. It has to come from something real within you. So, yeah.
Chuck?
And not knowing you very well, aside from seeing you on set with us and only having a few conversations, I'd like to say that in everything that you've been saying today and listening to more of your backstory, I would say that you are a true artist in your craft with an amazing workman's mentality to get to it. Because you put in the work, you shove yourself dedicated like a skilled labor person, but with that artistic mind that just, wow, I feel warm all over, and the only thing I've been drinking is coffee.
Yeah, it's
not
good.
like there's anything kicking in here, so it's like, yeah, that's.
I got more quotes if you want them, by the way.
Oh, we're gonna get to them.
We love
Oh, absolutely.
We love
Yeah, maybe.
Sam loves them. I know, Sam. You have a game, Sam. Do you want to take a break? Play a game. I want to play a game with Ira.
I want to play a game.
Yeah, let's play a game.
I want to play.
Yeah, let's play a game. Let's play a game.
I want to play a game.
Let's do it.
Are you good at games?
No, I
No, you
suck.
suck at games.
Hey, good. Finally,
Aaron,
we're
we
gonna
get a
win.
chance.
Yeah, we're gonna win.
You watch movies, right?
I used to watch so many movies. I don't watch as many so much anymore because I'm not supposed to say this, but my girlfriend doesn't like movies that much. She likes them and she watches more just because of me.
Right.
I love your
But
girlfriend.
I used to watch so many movies.
I know.
Guys, I used to, especially I used to go and watch all the old movies and stuff. I remember, going to watch Citizen Kane in the movies in some old movie theater. But yeah, and then I tell her about a movie and she says, no, I didn't see that. I said, you didn't see that?
You haven't fucking
How did
seen that
you
movie?
not see that? And she says, well, I didn't watch movies like you. She's gonna pick that I'm saying this.
No, it's fine.
Don't
Trust-
be
you'll
don't be
fine.
ticked, girl.
You'll be
I got
fine.
you because I don't watch movies
Yeah,
either
Sam
like
doesn't
that.
either.
But you know what? You're very nice, and she should feel very lucky because
Oh,
Aaron
here
does
we
not.
go.
Aaron does.
Here comes the
Aaron
bus.
watches movies every night. He doesn't give a shit.
No, I don't give a shit. I'm watching a movie. There ain't nothing. We work our asses off all day.
Anyway.
I'm not going to the bar to play pool and drink with the guys. I'm watching a fucking movie on the couch. Did you just speak?
Yes, I did, because we're trying to play a game,
God
and
damn
you're
it.
trying to shut up.
All right, we'll come back to it.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm not done with that.
This is me.
This game is about movies.
Okay, here we
And
go.
since you are from the East Coast,
Yes.
this is a game about movie insults.
Movie.
Ooh.
I'm gonna lose.
See, why do you think? Do you think that she thinks that East Coast is more insulting than the West Coast? And I don't.
They have better insults.
I think they're actually more honest people there, and they don't hide behind a bunch of bullshit like over here.
First question, yeah, they are pretty much in your face.
Yeah, and I love that.
It's compared to when I moved to LA, people always say, yeah, they're all smiling. It's great, yeah, but they stab you in the back.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know if it's true, but yeah.
I'm with you. That's how I feel over
I
here.
don't-
It's seriously. I appreciate the hey, fuck you.
But when
I
you,
do.
So
I do.
so when you say insults, is it about? Well, I guess I'll find out. But
I guess we'll
Well,
find out.
I'm gonna give you
All right.
some movie
Okay.
insults, and
movie
you
insults.
gotta try to tell me what movie it's from.
Yeah.
It's the movie insult game.
Hold on, let me get my phone out and get Google.
No, you can't do that.
No, you
Stay
can't
away from
Google.
Google.
You can't
Ira,
Google.
cheating ass. Don't be cheating.
Wait. Hey Siri.
No,
Light up my
that.
screen. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Go ahead.
Dude, that's how you probably won that one game.
I do not cheat when it comes to playing games.
Oh.
All right, guys, are you
Okay.
ready?
I am, Sam. Let's
Because
go.
I got some insults for you.
All right,
some
let's do it.
famous movie insults. And the first one I'm going to give you just goes kind of right along with what we were already talking about. Your face looks like Robin Williams' knuckles.
Ooh,
That's a tough one.
that is a tough one.
Nobody?
Your face looks like Robin Williams.
No one's got this one.
Knuckles.
No.
Okay, that's knocked up. So,
Knocked up?
guys.
Oh,
Hey, are you
that's a-
guys prepared for?
I
Can
don't-
you guys handle this? This is hard.
I'm trying.
Apparently,
I'm
yeah.
trying.
All
I'm
right.
ready to
This
play.
is going to be a little
I-
harder than I thought.
I
got this
told you
game.
I can't. I
Well,
suck at
okay,
this.
you guys got to get this one because
All right.
this is an old classic. Okay.
Okay.
It looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up a brown stain on the mattress.
I do know that.
Oh, good. Somebody knows that.
Come on, guys.
I tell you, I'm not going to know these.
Eddie Murphy coming to America. No, not
Okay,
coming
nope,
to America.
nope.
Someone else. Different Eddie Murphy.
No. Full Metal Jacket, guys.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You guys can't get any of these.
Whoa.
You're killing me. You're killing me
This
right now.
fucking game.
Get this one.
Okay.
The day I need a friend like you, I'll just have myself a little squat and shit one right out.
So how much time did you spend finding these things?
Oh, I spent some time, but you guys got nothing.
You're
You
stumping the
can't-
shit
you
out of
can't
us
even-
today.
Really?
This is so
Oh
hard.
my god, you guys suck so bad.
You're going to have to cut this whole
Oh my
segment
god.
out.
No, I'm leaving it in.
bad.
Yeah, because I want someone in the audience
So
to be able to get
what's
this.
the
Well,
answer?
okay,
Or we're
so
all
you
gonna look
can't
stupid.
get
While she's
any of
doing
these.
this, anybody need a sandwich? I'll be right back.
You guys suck so bad.
I don't
You
know.
guys are just terrible.
All right, what's the next
Okay, you
one?
have to get
what's
this
the
one.
answer?
Okay.
Yeah, what was that
was that
one?
one?
Oh, the heist.
The heist.
The heist?
Oh, God.
There's so many heist movies.
Okay. Let's just go on
Okay,
to the next
there-
one.
go.
You have to get this one. You have to.
Oh, fuck.
For me, you're somewhere between a cockroach and the white stuff that accumulates in the corner of your mouth when you're really thirsty.
Okay, sorry. I got excited. Hang on.
The
hang
one
on.
thing I got going is
Anyway.
consistent. Yeah.
Oh my god, and I know this one.
Wow, I picked the
do?
hardest game on the
know
planet.
this one. I know
I
this
picked the
one.
hardest game on the planet.
Say it one more time. For
As
me.
you said it, I mean, yeah, I could.
Yeah, one more time.
Okay. For me, you're somewhere between a cockroach and the white stuff that accumulates at the corner of your mouth when you're really thirsty.
It's
Oh my
just,
God,
it's just
you
the way you
guys
say
suck.
it. No,
Okay,
you're
you know
saying
what?
it. If you said it in the
I'm
voice, I would
saying
get it.
Okay, well, I can't
I
really.
know, I know,
I
it's
don't have
okay.
Cyrus the Virus voice.
Thank you. Son of a bitch.
But, you know, I try.
Fuck.
You guys suck at this game.
Yeah, we do.
Really
we
bad.
really
You
do.
suck.
These are actually good ones.
Okay, how about this one? Get this one. Somebody please get this one. This is an old classic and you have to get this
Not
one.
gonna happen.
Come on.
Next.
Does Barry Manilow know you rate his wardrobe?
Spare now. No, you waited his wardrobe.
This sounds
Breakfast Club.
This one.
Yeah,
Good job,
Chuck.
I'm
Chuck
gonna
wins.
actually give you an
Chuck
applause.
just straight up wins.
That's hard.
That's just a winning.
Yeah,
That's
I'll give him
wins.
that game. That was a good one, Chuck. Good job. Fucking
Now I'm really sweating.
I'm sweating.
I'm
Wow.
sweating.
Fuck.
Jeez, you guys suck at that.
It's hard, Sam.
It's not even that hard.
If I took your questions and gave you the first one right now, do you think you would know the answer?
I would have got the last one.
Well, of course you looked it up. I mean, come on. You cheated.
No,
my
but
God.
it's my favorite movie.
Oh, is
so
it?
that's something
Oh,
you don't
you
know.
would've
but
remembered
I
that
would have
without-
actually got that one because
Oh,
I can
okay.
recite that movie word for word. Like
Wait,
the
which one?
movie.
Breakfast Club or the Con?
Con Air.
Con Air.
Con Air. Cyrus the Virus.
Yeah.
Cyrus the Virus.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, Jesus, that's hard. Why is that so hard? And
I have a lot more, but I'm not even gonna bother because you won't even get them.
Okay,
See, that's
one
not- that's
bonus.
not my
Give me,
favorite one.
give me one more bonus.
That's hard because I have
one
the
bonus?
memory of a flea. That's all.
The memory of
That's all.
One more.
one more.
Yeah, just pick one. Just
You're not gonna get it though. So
It doesn't even count
it's,
for
it's
Chuck one.
Okay, you cock juggling thunder cunt.
I know that too.
Oh, you know that so well you don't even know it. That's awesome. You cock juggling thunder cunt.
So
You don't know that one?
It's
Oh, for
fairly
fuck's
obvious
sakes.
that we were not given the answers ahead of time.
No,
there was no
plain and
prep.
simple.
Yeah.
That is Blade Trinity. So anyway,
it's Ryan Reynolds. Yes.
Anyway,
God
we're just
damn
gonna
it.
move along.
Fuck it. I can't get him.
'Cause-
I can't get him. I can't get them.
Ladies and gentlemen, these guys suck at this game.
Yeah.
Can we
insult
just play
game.
like? Can we
Chuck,
play
you
like
win.
Goldfish or something? You know, something easy.
Something easy.
Go fish.
There you go, Chuck. What do we have for him today?
Something.
You won. A trip to New Jersey.
Yeah, what do we have for him, Chuck?
You're so ugly you could be a modern art masterpiece.
Wow.
I don't know that one.
Please. Oh my god, it's Full Metal Jacket again, you guys. Come on.
I haven't watched Full Metal Jacket in so long.
Still. Every insult in the world comes from Full Metal
Yeah,
Jacket.
you make a good point there, but I haven't memorized that. I wish I
Alright,
had.
well,
I have to
whatever.
watch that again.
It was a nice try of a game.
Actually,
suck.
the truth is, I've never seen the whole movie.
What?
The whole movie Full Metal Jacket. No.
It took me a while to watch it all too.
I've seen bits and
Oh
pieces.
my god.
It
Private
did.
Pile is the best.
Yeah, I like the beginning, and then it just kind of I get lost in afterwards. The beginning's the best.
That's another movie I actually love.
Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, and I've seen the whole thing very many times.
That's
So,
a long
yeah.
movie too.
That's yep.
You guys
and
have
I
been
like
together
it
for
a
how
lot.
many years?
I've never come
too
home
many.
and seen her sitting on the couch watching Full Metal Jacket, so I don't know when she
Yeah,
watched it.
it's
Well, my brother has, so.
it is interesting that you say you don't like to watch a lot of movies. But
I don't
you've seen
really.
Full Metal Jacket.
I've
I
seen
know,
Full Metal
yeah.
Jacket,
Interesting.
yeah.
And
And I've also seen Titanic, and I love that. And I've
Schindler's
also seen
List.
Schindler's List. And
Oh, so
that's
she doesn't
great.
like
And
movies
Green
under
Mile.
3.5 hours long.
Correct. That's what
no,
I'm saying.
Actually, I don't like long movies, but those are the long movies I like.
Yeah, she'll sit down through those. She
Yeah. It has to be special. Movie.
Green Mile, Shawshank
Oh,
Redemption.
Shawshank, yes.
So, have you ever seen Quacks of Fortune Has a Cousin in the Bronx?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
She said new.
Nope.
He's like, okay.
And I've seen Casino, but I would not like to ever sit there and watch Casino again.
What about
ever in
Scarface?
the rest of my life.
You watched Scarface with me.
Okay, and that was good. I
Yeah.
have to give you
Yeah,
that.
Scarface is
Goodfellas.
shit.
Nope.
You never had watched that. I think you'd like that.
Well, I don't know.
That's a great movie, and that's based off a true story, and you like those. It's great.
I don't know.
It's good. You'd love that.
I
You know
don't
what?
know, but I don't like Casino, and I did not like Dances with Wolves. So
Really?
Yeah, I didn't
Did you know there's a 5-hour version of that?
holy
That's
shit,
interesting.
no,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have like all the
The,
extra footage that they add to it.
that is
Wow.
horrible.
You know,
That's a nightmare.
the guy that I mentioned who was my coach and mentor,
Yes.
Richard Brander.
Yeah.
He was like dialect coach on that film. Dances
Really?
With Wolves? Wow.
Yeah, because Kevin Costner had studied with him and they became friends, and so he eventually went on. He was working with him on that.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wow.
That's
Plus,
amazing, man.
He was like he loved riding horses, so he said he was loved being out there doing that. So
I bet. No, I never did watch all that movie. I need to watch that one of these days.
Dance with Wolves.
Yeah,
Really?
and I love Kevin Costner movies. Yeah, I just never watched that one. At the time when it came out, I wasn't into that. I was just like,
Wow.
oh, that's nah.
Speaking of me
It's not
not
my thing.
watching movies that much,
Yeah,
so you know how I said it, that one quote was The Heist?
uh-huh.
It's actually The Mist. I can't read my own writing.
The Mist.
The Mist, Stephen King's Mist.
Oh, that's why we couldn't.
No wonder I didn't get a point,
No, but
Sam. Thanks a lot.
No, you wouldn't have got the
right.
point anyway because you didn't
Jesus,
even
The
guess.
Mist
You
is
were
one of
like,
my
"What
favorite
is
things.
it?"
I know who directs that movie.
Yeah,
I know who
but-
wrote that movie.
Oh, funny because you didn't know the quote out of
I
it.
don't remember the quote.
I don't remember it either now.
You don't remember the quote now?
No.
The day I need a friend like you, you'll just. Wait, hold on.
Do you need a friend you like you will
Yeah,
tell the way I squat down and
okay,
squirt
shut
you
up.
out?
Yeah, one of those.
Oh, I
Something like
gotcha.
that. That was a miss. Anyway, I couldn't read my own writing at the moment. So.
That's all right, Sam. No, it was a good game.
Well, I
feel I'm angry at myself.
obviously,
for not
I
getting
didn't know the answer.
on that. It's harder. It's really hard to come up with that and get those quotes. It's
The
hard.
heist. God, my handwriting is bad. It's actually the miss.
The heist. I'm thinking
Heist.
the heist from the 50s.
I don't
No,
know. Okay,
there's a
I-
heist. There's a newer heist.
Hey,
movie.
at
It's
least
called The
I
Heist.
caught. At least I owned it, and I said, "Oops."
Yes, you did own your mistake.
Yeah, I always
Missed.
own my mistakes.
Your mistake.
It's funny.
I always make a lot of mistakes.
So, thank you, Sam, for the game.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I'm
It's
sorry
fun.
it wasn't fun because no one knew any.
No, I didn't know shit,
Bullshit.
but it's still trying to figure it out.
You did.
Oh,
Chuck, you
Oh,
did.
yeah, you
You
got
win.
breakfast.
Yeah,
club.
you
Isn't
won.
it-
I won
Yeah,
with
won.
the one answer.
You did
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You did it. You earned it. I'll give you that. I'm not a
That
poor
was
sport.
a lot more than I got. So
Me too.
don't answer.
It's okay.
Mr. Competitive Aaron didn't even get one.
And I didn't even get mad about losing this time because that was fucking hard.
Yeah, it was hard.
Surprised.
That was hard.
What sucks is that it just goes to show that as much as you want to say people insult people all the time, but it's really hard to remember those because I knew almost every quote she said as she said it, but I couldn't figure out what it was from.
Where it's from. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I was.
However,
You know,
you throw something
honestly,
that's like,
when I was looking these up, I was actually like, this is actually hard because these are movies that I actually have seen multiple times, some of them, and even I couldn't. I was like, really? They said that in that movie?
Right.
Like, I couldn't even really remember them either.
It's tough. It's tough.
I'm not going to lie. But the Cyrus the Virus one, I would have gotten a heartbeat.
I should have got that one.
You should have.
I was
that
really pissed off I didn't get that one. The more I,
I
think
would've
about
got
it, the more
that
angry
one.
I'm getting. Pretty soon I will be a poor sport and be mad at Chuck for winning. By the time this podcast is over, I'll be mad at Chuck. It's fine.
All right.
It's fine.
Anyways.
So I've created a
it's
very
built-
hostile
it's
environment.
building.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Oh, no,
did.
you didn't build
Yeah,
it.
Ira. It's
Sam
Ira's
did.
fault. No, it's Ira's fault.
I did.
You started
He's
the game.
from New York.
You said, shall we play a game?
from New York.
Well, it's just like,
They're hostile over there.
yeah.
Yes,
Shut the
sir.
fuck up.
That's what I'm
We're
talking
very
about.
fucking nice. God damn it. I come in here and get fucking insulted like you're bullshit. Fuck you.
Well, I'm just grateful you brought
I
your own
love it.
shit and didn't drink everything in my house.
I love it so much. And that's how they are. I love that. I
That's
love
good
that.
stuff.
It's so good.
Awesome.
Isn't that refreshing to you guys if someone actually talked that way?
I might cry. Thank God I got the
I
tissue
find it
box.
so refreshing. I did this fucking horse shit. I'm watching you
my
last
God.
night, and one of the characters in you in the new season is they're in San Francisco this season. Total fucking talk behind your back bitch. One of those like, oh yeah, loves you, and then catch him on the side just digging in. Just it's so gross. And I'm thinking to myself, God, I can't wait for that person to die in the show. You know what I mean?
Blog, the one
Those
who
are the-
did the blog.
Yeah, those are the
Okay.
type of people that are kind of I run into up here.
Oh, those are the kind of people
And-
that are everywhere up
Yeah,
here.
yeah, and then you go to that east side, man, and it's just like it's so refreshing, is what I'm saying. And maybe that's what I get from you.
They don't
There's
talk
this-
behind your back. They
that
just
you-
tell you to fuck off right to
Yeah,
your
but
face.
he's Ira's got this genuine, persona. I mean, he's able to put this out the way you do, and I think it comes across in your acting too. Earlier you said about being genuine and who you are.
Yeah.
It comes out when you're in front of when I got the camera on you the last time we filmed, I'm like, fuck, dude, there's no directing you. You already know what needs to be done with the story.
Yeah.
And that's
This is
fucking
good.
great.
This is good.
Yeah, and you hate taking compliments, but fuck you, you gotta take it.
Stop, guys, you guys are embarrassing me. Come on,
I'm sorry. He's
Yeah,
just,
it's really weird too. I mean, I have this affliction, It's like, you want to hear this stuff. You want people to tell you great stuff, but somehow I don't know what it is. I get embarrassed. I really do. I don't know what it is, and yet I get pissed off if they don't tell me. So figure this out.
no, I got you.
There's something wrong in there.
I
you know
got
what
you.
I'm saying?
I got you. No, I got you. I mean, I get it.
Do you
no,
really?
don't-
I mean, I
you
How
don't
often
get
are
it.
you embarrassed?
No, I'm not. I mean, I get where he's coming.
Aaron, you don't fucking get it.
No, because
You don't fucking get it.
I do because I live with her, and she's the same way in a way.
Really?
I am
You-
the same.
you
well,
are.
I walk around like humiliated 24/7.
Yeah,
I'm always embarrassed.
But you love it when people will give you compliments, but you don't like to hear them either.
well, of course I like
And
it.
that's
but
the
I mean,
thing. I could tell her, God, Sam, you look great today. She's like, oh, thanks. And it turns into this shy kind of, and she, if you tell another woman that, they're like, oh, thank you so much. They give you something. She gives nothing back. It's like she's
I say
just,
thanks.
You
I
do, but
say
but it's not
thanks.
authoritative. It's not like right on,
You have to kind of. I know in my case, you have to kind of learn how to respond to these things. Like when somebody says that was great, oh, thank you. It's like okay, appreciate it, and then you don't know what to say because, like I said, you want it, but at the same time, there's some sort of built-in embarrassment. I can't figure
Yeah,
it
like
out.
you don't really quite believe it. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know
either.
what it
I don't
is,
know.
but-
I mean, I don't get that part of
There-
it, but I get that people feel that way.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm saying.
There is a part of me that doesn't, but mostly that does believe it. Also, I just don't know why the embarrassment.
Yeah,
is
I
there.
don't.
I
Yeah,
think it's
same.
going to
Something-
be connected to that introverted part of you,
Yeah.
Maybe.
because you don't want the attention brought to you, but everybody wants to have that recognition of doing something well, but the idea of having all that attention on you, somebody's paying attention to me, and that's not what I want. But I do want what they're saying to be in my head because it makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, if someone tells you you're pretty, you don't want to hear you're ugly.
I haven't
Yeah.
heard. I
You
haven't
want to
heard
hear
that-
you're pretty,
No, no, no.
but
Sam, I
it's
haven't
hard.
heard that I'm pretty in a very long time.
Yeah, Chuck.
You're pretty, Chuck.
I ain't
You're
saying
very
that.
pretty.
Stop it.
I'm not saying those white lies. Sorry.
Chuck, I think you're pretty.
Thank you.
That's not even a lie.
But no, I mean,
You're real
but
pretty.
but I totally.
You're real pretty,
Shut
Jed.
up, mouth. Sorry. But anyway, I mean, you guys are talking about the way that Sam deals with it, and I have to argue with somebody to get them to understand that I'm giving them a compliment.
Yes.
That's what hurts. That's what's hard for me is like, man, you look great today. Stop it. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fuck you. Yes, you do.
I know. No, Sam doesn't do that, but I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. And someone gives me a compliment, and I'm
Rarely.
And you're like, I know.
But I mean, I'm hoping that's what happens.
Well,
because
wait,
I'm
okay.
already. That's what I'm working for. I'm trying to get people to see it. I just want them to see it.
Let's break the jokes for a minute.
Okay.
The other day, Aaron and I were having a conversation. I had a shit week, but I told him that with everything that we've been going, everything we've been doing, I stopped for a moment. I was like, dude, I'm proud of you, and I thank you for everything that you do for this company to make it keep going while we're dealing with all this shit.
Yeah.
And he was quiet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just like the show is right now.
Yeah. Because that's just being real, though. I mean, I'm when you have a team of people and a family like we have, and we work together, or even we're in our separate houses and we're doing our own thing, but we still have these core units together. You know, you don't have to. I'm not looking for the recognition from you guys, if that makes sense. I'm already appreciative that you guys are doing it with me and love me and care about me enough to fucking believe in this. So that's more than enough. So I don't need you guys to say that. If I had a problem with doing what I'm doing and doing all this that I can do to try to help us be successful, and I needed you guys to say it, then I'm doing it for the wrong reasons, I think. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm just grateful that you guys do it. Now, everybody else out there, I want them to watch our shit. So if they got something to say positive about it, yeah, great, right on, thank you. But, you know, I don't need that from you guys. That's not what I'm looking for.
All right, I won't say.
That's fine. I'm sorry. I'm letting you know that. You got to see this. I think you do know. And I'm very proud to meet you and be a part of your career now. I think it's very cool.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, brother.
And we are not done with we're not done with you
No,
yet.
we're not. We're just getting started because we each had a small role in the movie, and I wanted to. Hey, Chuck, we should add some more of that character in the movie.
We will collaborate on that.
Okay, good. You got some more?
We have something for yeah.
I hope so because it's fun. I went through your IMDb. I never had done it yet.
Oh.
And I did the other day to see something.
Stalking my IMDb.
Yeah, I did because sometimes I get surprised, and I did with this one too. When you did something in Sea of Love with Al Pacino.
Well,
I mean, what the fuck is that?
It's wah-wah work, they call it, where you do the voice work in the back.
Okay.
I had done a couple of those. There was a wah-wah group down there. What was her name? Something Harris.
Okay.
That group. Anyway, it's like the background noise. You know, when you do a crowd scene, for example, or even walking, the crowd. If you've got like Pacino was in the restaurant with John Goodman.
With Goodman, yeah.
And everybody's acting like they're talking. They're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not saying anything.
Right.
So you get this wah-wah group, and they come in, and somebody's, oh, I got this person, and you start to say something like as if what they're saying, or things like, you know.
I got you.
That's
yes.
wah-wah in the background. They call it wah-wah. And it's just little voiceover kind of stuff. And then the sound people bring it down to what's necessary.
Yeah.
And also sometimes, like, for example, if you've got a walking scene or a crowd scene, they'll have you walk around in a circle and say this thing. And as you pass the mic, hey, what are you doing? Okay, hey, I remember that. You know, oh my God. You know, so, and all this noise, all this background stuff gets put into the film in different ways.
Right.
So that's what I did.
That's what you got to do.
And they called it additional voices on there.
That's the credit you had.
Yeah.
That's fucking fun still. Isn't that cool? I love that movie, by the way.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen that in years, and I need to go watch that because Al Pacino is the man.
I've seen Pacino on stage.
No shit.
Yeah, I saw when I was first starting out, and I got to see him on stage, and I said, wow, you know, watching him work.
Yeah.
It was nice, and it definitely impressed me at the time. And then I saw Richard III, which you know he was very good, but it was, you know, still is like, you know, he had his New York thing going on.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't want to go past that. There are other things involved, but I saw that. What else? I saw something. I don't know. Did I see him? No, I did not see him in American Buffalo, but I saw something else.
Now, let me ask you this. He did one of my favorite movies that he's ever done, which is so funny because it's just me, a movie Mom and I connected on my mom. And we watched it all the time. Author.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day. I absolutely love that movie to this day. It's brilliant. There was a play on that. Wasn't there a stage?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure if there was or not,
don't
or am
think
I
so.
just confusing it with him being a playwright in the movie?
Maybe.
But
I don't remember. Now.
I do remember, by the way, it's kind of interesting. I was with my friend Pat and his wife. We were walking around the village in New York. And there was a crowd of people, and on the streets. So we stopped and watched. And in a restaurant, they were filming that. So we got to see that. And what was even funnier, which was interesting, had nothing to do with that. But all of a sudden, on the second floor, this screen goes up. And there's this girl is totally naked looking down at what's going on. But anyway, we did watch that. Yes, it has
you watched
nothing
the
to do
dinner
with
scene
that.
or the girl in the window?
Yes.
It was a double feature.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And then as soon as she realized there was a crowd, she pulled up the screen back.
Fun.
But yes, we were watching that a long time ago.
That's great. That's great. Ira, it has been an absolute pleasure having you a part of our film and now on the show. And thank you for being on here. You do have something to say, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are a great
Important
guest.
things.
Yeah, you really are. And our movie right now, we had to take a break shooting. I mean, we got something to shoot tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean,
We're taking a break.
The movie moves forward. We're just not doing. I mean, we had a sprint of 7 weeks of filming.
Actually, it was closer to 6 because we
6?
did had double. Yeah, we had double days.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, so we took 6 weeks and we got over half the movie shot.
Okay.
And that's not too bad. We only shooting on weekends. That's not too fucking bad.
Yeah.
Considering all the millions you have for your budget.
That too, right?
And for all the money we're not paying people, I mean, this has gone great.
It has gone great, and that's okay that we need to do this. But we're also trying to still be safe, and there's been a few scares, so we want to just give everybody a moment to make sure everybody's healthy before we jump back on. So we're gonna kick back off, I think, shooting in November.
Oh, okay.
And just kind of stretch out some scenes and work with everybody's schedules and stuff. But it's okay. We kick ass, but that's something that everybody needs to hear. Sometimes you may have call sheets and everything's ready to go and everybody's scheduled and shit happens. What are you going to do?
You have to adapt.
What are you going to do?
You have to adapt.
You have to adapt.
Now, that's a great time to talk about something really quick. So here's a great example of that. Is if we can't get, we're still working on securing the diner for one of the scenes of the movie.
Which I sent an email out, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And if we can't get that diner secured, we're going to lose one of our actors who was going to be in the diner scene.
Oh.
So we're going to have to adapt some more and bring in another actor to play that part. Nothing that he hasn't filmed anything yet, but it would be a shame to have to lose him because we liked him very much. But at the same time, you have to adapt where you can and move forward.
That's right.
So that's one of those things that you have to be able to do, especially as an independent filmmaker. You cannot get mad if you can't get your way as an independent filmmaker. If you don't have a budget to throw money at stuff, you've got to be creative.
You got to be creative and patient. And keep your head up. Keep your head up.
Head up.
That's right.
Oh,
Bounce.
okay.
Bounce.
You got to give us a quote before we end the show. Aaron.
I'll give you a couple of quotes.
Give us something. Give us something good.
There was something actually I saw which pertains to I saw this recently about music, and apparently it's from Charlie Parker.
Oh shit.
And it said, you've got to learn your instrument. Then you practice, and then when you finally get up there on the bandstand, forget all that and just wail. I thought that was pretty interesting.
That's good.
That's some badass
And
shit.
I'll give you one more.
Please do.
John Ford. He said, I learned a great deal from Harry Carey, who was an actor from way back. He was a slow-moving actor afoot. You could read his mind, peer into his eyes, and see him think.
Beautiful. Wow. Ira Katz, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, brother,
Thank you.
for being on the show.
Thank you for actually giving me the opportunity to make a total fool of myself. Thank you.
Not
Nah,
at all.
we take care of that part of it for you.
Yeah,
I'm glad I won that game.
Yeah, you did
Yeah.
great. I didn't know you had it in you.
Yeah, right.
It was amazing. Yeah, Chuck, did you even play, Chuck?
The one time I actually won a game, I'll take that from me.
I was trying. I was going to pay her to give me the
Whatever.
answers, but that never happened.
I know, that'd be cheap
Right.
too. Yeah, it's whatever. I mean, the only way he's going to learn is just to go through it, right, Chuck? Sorry.
That's right.
I know.
Sometimes you just gotta go through it.
You just got to go through it.
Chuck
Sometimes you
got it today.
You could go around it, but that just takes longer. So just go through it.
Go through it.
Be like a serial killer in a slasher film. Go through it.
I'm going to watch Halloween
Whoa.
tonight. I'm watching Halloween.
Halloween Kills.
I hope so. I can't wait.
If you can get on Peacock.
Which is the one with? Oh, is Freddy Krueger? Is that what it is? Which one is that?
Michael Myers. Yeah.
It's a friend of mine. We played him as a kid in one of those movies.
It's fun shit.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch it. I'm so excited. Anyway, okay. Chuck, do you want to close up the show? Ira, thanks for being on Around the Reel with us, man. You're a badass.
Ira, thank you for joining us down Around the Reel. Thank you for talking about your family, your history, all the stuff that you have worked on, and more importantly, the way you've honed your craft and the things you've gone through to get there. With all the years that you've been doing this, anybody who is on set with you should pay attention to what you're doing, and please open your mouth and talk to these people on set so they can learn from you. It is so amazing that you've been a part of our productions. You've become a friend of ours, and we can't wait to work with you more in the future. So, Ira Katz, everybody. What a great time this day was. Okay, everybody out there, think hard, because you're thinking anyway.
See everybody later.
Bye.
I was made for loving you, baby. You were made
Are you
for
freaking
loving
kidding me? Not
Dude,
again.
change the station.
Let's kiss.
Please.
Let's kiss.
No, but we don't know.
It's not Kiss, it's Aaron.
Yeah.
Stop.
Who sings that again?
Tonight.
Kiss?
Yeah.
Let's leave it that way. Thanks.
Well, I thought this was a show about being creative. I was just being creative on the
That's
mic.
not being
Yeah,
creative.
that's
That's just
no being annoying.
Well, maybe I'm trying too hard. Maybe it's a lot simpler.
Aaron, remember, as all good broadcast people know, less is more.
So for radio, if I don't say anything, wouldn't that be kind of a buzzkill?
It would be a great freaking show.
That would give the rest of us a chance to say something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, then we'd hear something other than you.
Well, I thought Around the Reel we were going to just have a good time and talk with people.
We do, but it's not about you, as we have talked about in the past. It's about our wonderful guests, and our wonderful guests can tune in and become a member of our show. How, Sam?
Well, if you want to be a guest on our show, you can go to our website, cccentertainmentgroup.com, and click on the link for guest scheduling for Around the Reel, and come be our guest.
Yeah, and then I don't get to talk about myself anymore.
You talk about yourself anyway.
Guest. Guest.
Oh, now Chuck's singing.
Because he was made for loving me, baby. Wait, that's not all.
That's you.
Yeah, that's weird.
No.
I sang that one.
Yeah,
Oops,
he was made for loving you, Aaron.
Just remember to keep tuning
And
in.
I wasn't.
Because next week, who knows what's going to happen.
You never know.